Events Roundup this week, we will share 5 stories from our communities in Ghana and Nigeria. While the week before September 25, 2017 is the coverage of our weekly digest. And like he always does, in his Just My Opinion, Guider Emilson 1 is up with another insightful talk. Details of our stories in just a moment. To all our viewers around the world, this is MNC, your Mavro News channel. On May 6 of this year, Guider Ibrahim Rashid was out early to spread the ideology of the community to the people of Lokoja City within Nigeria's Kogi state. A small number of people were present as Guider Ibrahim started introducing them to MMM. He showed them its global reach and detailed how Mabrodi started it in Russia until its resurgence as a donation exchange platform in 2011. From there, Guider Ibrahim went on to discuss about the community ideology, the benefits it gives, and how its platform operates. He also added in the discussion the rules on safe participation and the steps on how to set up a free MMM account. Before closing, he challenged his audience to give MMM a try by starting with a minimal amount of donation.
I would like you to also experience what I'm experiencing. Okay, MMM, people say it is a money-making machine. That is what they have changed the name MMM. So, my brother, Mondial Movement, they said it is a money-making machine. But it is not money-making machine. It is not a get-rich-quick system. But if you do it well, okay, you can gain a lot in the system.
That was Guider Sykes Dapa during an offline ideological presentation he sponsored also on the 6th of May this year. He had 38 people in attendance at the KFC Melcon Plus in Accra City, and they listened attentively as he exposed them to the workings of the MMM's Mutual Donation Exchange program. Earlier in the session, he already shared about how he has earned a lot of bonuses from the MMM community. And he deeply encouraged his guests to join the community so they can personally experience the same benefits that he has enjoyed ever since he joined MMM. And while snacks were being served, Guider Sykes opened the floor for questions. In that segment, he expounded further that the registration is for free and the obligation that a new member has to do is donate with an amount of their own choosing. It was also in that portion where he said MMM uses crowdfunding similar to how the way banks crowdfunds the deposit of its members. He was very thorough with his answers and made sure that no little questions were left unanswered. And for this, he was rewarded with 25 new registrations as the event finally came to an end. While Guider Sykes was busy in Accra City, another team of guiders was up and about elsewhere in Ghana for their own event. Guider Adamu Musa teamed up once again with Guiders Ashosho and Ebzener to spread the ideology of the community, this time to the people of Sunyani in Brong Ahafo. Guider Adamu Musa formally opened the occasion with a short welcome message before jumping on to an overview of MMM and its guiding principles. He also shared how Mavro growth already starts from the time you pledge to provide help even though you have not yet sent the funds. Guider Ebzener, as the second speaker, picked from where Guider Adamu left off and continued sharing about the history of the community. For his part, Guider Ashosho described MMM as a social network where the ordinary people meet to help one another. He also explained how individuals help one another financially with the use of the community's online platform called the Personal Office. In discussing the benefits, the three guiders help each other to explain things to their guests. This format continue until their question and answer segment. And along the way, they have shared valuable tips on how participants can maximize the bonuses given by MMM. For this episode, our news digest will cover the week before the 25th of September this year. The popularity of cryptocurrencies continued to rise, and its trading may soon knock off shares trading of the largest global corporations from its pedestal. The renowned analyst and the founder of the American company Exante Data, Jens Norvig, declared, cryptocurrency trading volume is now more than of 3 billion per day on average, and will likely soon surpass that of the world's most liquid stock, Apple's $4 billion a day. As it was expected, Chinese authorities continue to clamp down on cryptocurrency exchanges, with 4 of the 17 Chinese exchange platforms being closed down. Other trading platforms will be closed till the end of September. Some of them won't function at all, and some will work abroad. Only 2 Chinese exchanges continue to work in China, OKCoin and Huobi. However, they keep only crypto-to-crypto trading. Crypto to yuan, selling, buying is possible on peer-to-peer platforms. For example, local bitcoins or via bots in Telegram, and both options are easy and simple. The Chinese regulatory authorities have declared that cryptocurrencies won't be forbidden, and all taken measures are aimed against non-licensed exchanges. Also nowadays, cryptocurrencies continue to recover after the sharp decline. Although with slight fluctuations, the decline started after the provision of ICO in China and shutdown of many Chinese cryptocurrency exchanges. Nevertheless, the situation has changed quickly, and the traders started to use popular P2P platforms such as local bitcoins that are not controlled by the government. For the moment, the cryptocurrencies market cap exceeds $137 billion, although in the period of panics, it decreased to $100 billion, proving once again that cryptocurrencies are viable and independent from governmental measures. Also in this period, the trading volume on P2P platform for selling, buying bitcoins called local bitcoin, which MMM recommended to its participants, have increased by 3 times since the moment of the announcement about the closure of the Chinese exchanges. And Chinese bitcoin traders have already moved to the Japanese market, and more than 50% of the total volume plus 7% remains there. Now Japan has turned the largest Bitcoin market with 50.75% market share. Finally, another piece of good news for cryptocurrencies followers. From August 25 to September 25, 15% of the MMM participants who used to transfer funds through banks earlier started to provide and get help via cryptocurrencies. It is a very solid indicator that MM participants now comprehend the convenience and advantages of the decentralized money. And now we move on to our brief description of events in MM countries. Our community in China follows our ideology and provides active help to those who need it. And in return, MMM provides financial help to the people, especially those who suffer from serious diseases. It is the way of kindness and fairness, and only in this way we can build a new fair world. And several testimonials videos were published in reference to this. And MMM Peru continues to develop actively and amass new achievements and creative way of thinking. Guiders there launched a new series of accessories, white caps engraved with MMM Peru, and medals on the bright bands engraved with MMM logo. The advertisement on the bottles with water was also impressive. While everything remains stable in MMM Brazil, local guiders are very active as usual and feel very pleased. They recorded several videos the prior week which all showed optimism and encouragement. In MMM Argentina, members prepare for the large-scale event that will surely have a positive influence on the development of the community in the country. They scheduled a large conference on October 1st wherein topics related to the participation in MMM and cryptocurrencies will be discussed. The administrators also received a lot of active responses from Thailand, Myanmar, Zimbabwe, and Indonesia, as community members from these countries sent many positive videos of gratitude. While in MMM Australia, another seminar, How to Become MMM Australia Participant, was held for people who didn't hear about MMM. Australian guiders always carry out fundamental events, telling the guests about all details of the system. And our guiders from MMM RSA have carried out several new offline events, telling the guests about MMM advantages. They invited everyone to join the system and provide help. Also, a lot of offline events were held in MMM Kenya and MMM Ghana. An example was a friendly football match held between teenagers. Moving on to Nigeria, MMM guiders there held a charity event for the pupils of the school in the village Ijomu Oru, Kwara State. The children got school supplies and felt very excited. In MMM India, guiders carried out a large conference aimed to discuss MMM promotion in the country. With 100 guests present, the atmosphere was quite friendly. A lot of jokes, fun, and tasty food were shared. Also, the leaders from MMM Turkey launched their 4th batch of Guider School course. With this move, they aim to develop qualified guiders who will assist the community to develop faster and have more people benefit from the system. Several cool offline events were as well. And lastly, a good news for the people of Egypt. A team of the experienced guiders from Kenya will visit this country in order to promote MMM, and the administrators are hopeful that another country will be added to our list of global communities.
Hi everyone, my name is Emil and welcome to another segment of Just My Opinion. On our segment last week, we had an opportunity to discuss one particular topic from our audience, which is related to risk management for investments. This week we'll have another new topic, and this one is quite related with our previous discussion. It just came across my mind this morning when I was browsing my news feed and saw my friend posted his issue about being scammed by the person he really trusted. I felt pity for him, but at the same time I recall all the disappointments I felt when I was in the same situation before. Yes, you probably guessed it right. Our topic for today is about trust. Be careful whom you trust. This is one of the greatest lessons life has taught me after facing several failures, and I have to admit I'm still learning about this important lesson as of this very moment. Every day we are facing different instances requiring us whether to give or not to give our trust, and it happens from our homes all the way to our offices. Trust is very important, as what they say. Without trust, there will be no partnership, no friendship, and everyone will end up being stranger to one another. Trust is like a fundamental feeling that unites people to work as one. But the question we have is, should you completely give your trust? Of course, there are no guidelines or pointers when trusting a person, but let me just share my thoughts about this so that you can also relate your experience. I was reminded by what happened between my friend and me several months ago. There was this friend of mine who offered me to become an investor for his lending businesses. She gave me a proposal verbally, and since I knew her for a long time, I easily believed what she told me. To cut the story short, I gave my 100% trust. I gave the money she asked, hoping that she would comply based on what we agreed on. She even guaranteed that everything would work just fine. A few months after that, I was ready to get my profits, but the real issue emerged. I really had a hard time contacting her, and once I do, I only get promises. And up to this point, I haven't heard any explanation from her. You know what I learned from that situation? I learned that when it comes to money, you really can't trust anyone, even your closest friends. Money doesn't change people's attitudes, it only exposes them. So, if you're watching this, let me remind you again, be careful whom you trust. In our MMM community, be careful when giving your personal information. Be careful when entrusting your account with another person. Be careful with your transactions, because the truth is, there is always someone who will betray your trust at the least time you're expecting it. And by the way, if someone did it to you, do not be so upset, because in reality, it's not your fault. It's not your lose, it's theirs. We all commit the mistake of breaking someone's trust because none of us is perfect. But please, avoid it as much as possible. Trust is more precious than any material wealth here on earth, so take care of it. That's it for this week. See you next time. I hope that leaves a lesson for you. Again, this is Emil saying, remember that everything that I said in this video is just my opinion. Have a great day, guys, and bye-bye.
Another week has ended for MNC, your Mavro News channel. Shout out to our MMM community in Thailand as they celebrate King Chulalongkorn Day, and happy anniversary to the United Nations as well tomorrow. I am Mark. Always remember, together we change the world.